As a healthcare worker, perhaps especially for those guys that work in ED,
You'll be there too.
we support you because we look after people in the community no matter what they say or their attitude. So lastly, I'd like to introduce Steve Atkins, who's standing as an independent with the seat of the line. Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks very much. A couple of little things I feel very passionate about. I'm on the Manning Base Health Advisory Board. There's about $3.5 million been cut out of their frontline services. I unfortunately had to take one of my daughter's good friends to emergency the other night at Manning Base, and we were there for 7 hours. And the ratio numbers, I'm disturbed. That's why I'm standing as an independent. Yep. I've also had some conversations with the Mayo Hospital down in Taree. So has David Gillespie. David Gillespie has had a number of conversations with the Mayo, and he was on radio the other day and at a Meet the Candidate suggesting that he will be promoting a joint facility down there as opposed to Manning Base. So I am extremely concerned. Why is it, I live in a rural part of the world, as you guys do, why is it we don't get a fair share? So as you all know, Rob Oakeshot's done a huge amount of work on the back of some great initiatives from Labor. At much personal cost to Rob. So being an independent's a pretty tough gig. I won't ask for volunteers, but hey, who knows? But look, I truly believe that I'm a bit over the coals in Willie's conversation we're having in Australian politics. I truly believe we need some thinking people that understand what's going on. I'm extremely disappointed in the holus bolus attitude that Mr. Gillespie, Dr. Gillespie, has taken to follow coalition party lines. It actually doesn't fit the rural sector at all. No. I'm also concerned, some of you may or may not know, I stood in the state election as independent. I keep going back for more, crazy. But look, I'm passionate about what we should be doing, and I'm concerned that recurrent funding is not being organised for your hospital. I'm concerned that the local member down in Mile Lakes is not fighting for Manning Base Hospital. So it just seems to be our way. We've had huge amounts of support and love in terms of dollars for your facility, but we're not getting the on-the-ground stuff, the ratios, the following up funding, and it's all very well to have a big facility, but if there's no one there to look after the patient, how does that work?
It doesn't work.
So look, there are 3 very good men here that have actually turned up. There's one man that's not here, and unfortunately, he is the favourite. But we can certainly send a message to the coalition if they get in on Saturday that we're not happy with the way we're being funded. And look, I will support you. And look, I'm not out there to vote one Steve Atkins. It's a great idea. But look, there's certainly other men that are out here fighting for your cause, and it's really not any more a state issue. The state government has effectively let go of funding for rural hospitals, unfortunately. So I'm very concerned the privatisation discussion is well and truly on the table. We're not aware of it all, and I will hate to see it. So if you guys select someone like myself, I will be absolutely on the floor of the Parliament pushing that we get proper funding for rural and nurses. Thank you.
Folks, we're going to wrap up shortly. Just a couple of closing words. That, building on what Steve said, hold up that post. Whoever is the representative on Saturday, federally, whoever is our representative in the state seat, that we expect them as community members to stand up for country patients. Yes. Part of what we wanted enshrined was to address that ED situation. Fred, hold up your poster. We want to have 1 nurse to 3 patients in ED, because that will help to address that weight. Last couple of things. Please continue to support further activities that we have. This is going to be a campaign, a fight that we need to undertake as nurses, midwives, community members, those who are our representatives, potentially, that we need to keep this going. Look, Mr. Abbott wants to end what he calls union militancy. Give us a yes if you want to be continuing to be labelled a militant if it means to fight for nurses and patients. Give us a yes if you're happy to consider it militancy if as a community member you get out to events like this and fight and speak and cheer for things such as improved patient care against privatisation. We can see the havocs of that and support of Medicare. Thank you, folks.
I protest being called a militant. I'm an activist. Right? We should call ourselves activists because militant has a negative connotation.
They want to
deny that.
They want to paint unionists doing their legitimate role as militants. And Fred, you're right.
We're an activist.
I stand corrected.